librarian at Eastlake High School. Welcome to Story Time, my March edition, and this is Cosmic, the Wonder Dog, and he's going to help me today with my book reviews. Before we get started on new books, I wanted to let you know that in March, I'm excited too, Cosmic. Everyone will be able to vote for the Evergreen Teen Book Award, and I'll show you the website where you could do that momentarily. These 10 books are the high school nominees for this year. I have book talked all of them in previous Storytime book talks, but if you want to know more about them, you can visit the Evergreen website. My two favorites are Pitch Dark by Courtney Alameda and also Neanderthal Opens the Door to the Universe. Those are my two favorites, so I'm rooting for one of those two to win, but who knows? Children of Smoke of Blood and Bone might actually win because that is a show coming out soon on Netflix, so that is pretty popular right now. The winner for last year's Evergreen Teen Book Award was The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, and she just released a new book called Concrete Rose, and it is actually a prequel to The Hate You Give. So if you like The Hate You Give, you might want to try Concrete Rose. I have not read it yet, but I can't wait to read it. So starting March 1st, you can go to the evergreenbookaward.org website, and there will be information about how you can vote for any of the books you read for this year. Yay! May the best book win. For this month, one of the books I've read recently that I highly recommend is Ordinary Hazards. This is the true story of author Nikki Grimes, her childhood and teen years told in verse. Her mom struggled with schizophrenia, so for a good portion of her childhood, she was in a few different foster homes, and at one point was also separated from her sister, which was very hard for her. I love how this story of her life shows that she used writing to cope with the struggles and challenges that she had to face personally, emotionally, and societally. Also, the way she uses these gorgeous words to capture her pain and redemption is just breathtaking. I'm just blown away by her. She's definitely a master of the written word, no doubt. When she was a teenager, her writing talent got even more brilliant, maybe in part by rubbing elbows with Harlem Renaissance artists and writers such as James Baldwin and Lorraine Hansberry. This book is so uniquely mind-blowing because it's poetry but also non-fiction. I think it is a shining jewel in the world of non-fiction talent. Highly recommend Ordinary Hazard. Fountains of Silence is historical fiction by master of historical fiction Ruta Sepetys. It's 1957, and all Daniel wants to do is photograph meaningful events and win a photography contest which will fully fund the photojournalism college of his dreams. But when his Texas oil-rich father takes Daniel and his mother to Madrid, Daniel's life implodes with secrets and an urgency to figure out why an orphanage may also be a prison of nightmares. When Daniel notices that his girlfriend who works at their hotel, Anna, is also hiding secrets, his passion for photography morphs into a mission for the truth about what the Franco dictatorship is quietly doing to the people of Spain. Highly recommend historical fiction. Sorry for Your Loss is realistic fiction. Being the youngest in a family of 8, Pup Flanagan is used to getting looked over and hiding in the chaos. But things change when one of his brothers dies unexpectedly while he's in college, and Pup is left to process his own grief and deal with how his 6 other siblings and his parents deal with the grief, which for one of the siblings is to drink too much. When Pup accidentally discovers a talent for photography, he finds a new way to express himself and tell the story of his family's grief. What I love most about this book is how the author weaves in humor to the grieving process. For example, there's a scene where Pup orders an iced hot chocolate, and the delivery in that scene is so funny. I was rolling on the ground, crying, laughing, emoji funny. Highly recommend. Serpent and Dove is a fantasy that has a lot of magic in it. Lou is a witch on the lam, hiding from her mother, who has diabolical plans for Lou's future. She hides pretty well at first until a freak happenstance causes her to marry Reed Diggory, an officer of the chasseurs who hunt witches for the church. Lou has to hide her magic while also using it to try and help her friends escape the fate of the chasseurs. But what is most challenging for her is when she tries to hide her feelings from herself, her feelings for Diggory. This story pulled me in with fantastic characters and a fast pace and did not let go. My favorite thing about this book is the idea that eventually opposing forces are drawn together like a powerful magnet. And also the humor is similar to the show and the book American Gods. Like that love-hate relationship becomes also quite humorous. Highly recommend. You can request any of these books in any format, print, ebook, or audiobook on the Eastlake High School Library website by using a Microsoft form, or you can just email me at kastory at, what is it, Cosmic? lwsd.org. Woo! Thank you.